Now we're going to look at how you begin knitting the thumb of mittens. This is stitches I place on hold. So the first thing you're going to do is transfer these stitches from either the stitch wire or the strand of yarn onto the needle, like this. And then I'm just going to pull out the yarn. It's specified in the pattern how many stitches you should pick up in each side of the mitten, and also in the stitches that you cast it on using the backward loop method here. This is a mitten with a traditional thumb, and it's specified in the pattern how many stitches to pick up in each side, and that depends on the type of structure you have on the mitten itself. To begin picking up, you need your working yarn, and then instead of picking up in this knit stitch, you're going to pick up the strand between this knit stitch and the last stitch on your needle, meaning this one. This way you avoid breaking the rib structure of the mitten. You can also do this if you're working mittens in stockinette stitch. So I'm just going to take my needle and then picking up the strand here, just placing it on the left needle. You can go in from the front or back, just try and see what will be best for you. Like this, and this way you will tighten the knit stitch and purl stitch on each side, and you will avoid getting a hole at the thumb. So in this case, I'm picking up 1 stitch here and then 6 stitches in the area where we cast it on after the thumb. Here also, just try if you should pick up here or maybe even into the stitch. It kind of depends on how you knit, and this is just a matter of preference actually. So I often just try and see if it looks all right. For the knit stitches, I am going to try and pick up 1 in each of the knit stitches. As such. Picking up 1 stitch here and 1 stitch in this side as well. Now I'm picking up and knitting every stitch. If you want to, you can also pick up and purl. You do the same, you just go into the stitch below, but instead of knitting, you purl it. That's really up to you, how neat you want the edge to be. And then I just begin to knit. And since this is a mitten in 2x2 ribbing, I am knitting 2 stitches and then purling 2 stitches. Tucking the yarn tail on the inside. After knitting 1 round, the thumb looks like this. Now we'll just continue to work as stated in the pattern until the thumb measures the length I want to have it, and make sure to try the mitten on to see if the length stated in the pattern matches the length of your thumb.